It's weekly wrap time already again. These wraps are coming around thick and fast, it seems. Well, first of all, you okay to go on? You've been complaining of a headache.
Yeah, I'm carrying a headache, but I was going to make mention of it.
Whining. The amount you've been carrying on, I thought we'd have to pull out the curtain shortly.
I'm not looking for sympathy, but yeah.
Okay, well, we'll march on. We'll march on. Look, last Saturday was a really good debut by Cadal. He's been showing some good promise in the training tracks of a morning, but he was able to transfer that to the races, and I was really pleased with that effort.
Yeah, he certainly did transfer it. Terrific debut to finish second against the older horses by half a length. As we know, horses usually improve from their first to second runs because they're learning what it's like to be involved in a race. You know, previously they've been in trials, which are obviously at a completely different speed and intensity, and you know, so it's not an easy assignment. But he did very well in his debut.
The other thing that's been going on and capturing everyone in the industry's attention this week has been Royal Ascot, which is always it's a fantastic carnival to be watching. There's so much going on, high quality racing, high quality horses obviously, and a lot of theatre that goes with it as well. The Aussies have an amazing record over there. Obviously our sprinters are the best in the world, but unfortunately no Joy this year. Coolangatta and Cannonball finishing down the field.
Yeah, no, unfortunately Coolangatta went over there with probably a little bit of a question mark on her with her trial before she departed our shores, and so I'll probably forgive her, but all was not lost during the week because we won the Ashes, and well, the first test anyway, so that's all that counts.
Exactly, it's a win for the Aussies. The winner in that race was Bradsell, who was very, very impressive. But again, the attention stays up there, and on Sunday morning we're going to have to set the alarm again in the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes. We've got some Aussies going around there again. Artorias this year, after finishing third last year, goes in as favourite, and then we've also got the Astrologist and maybe Cannonball again. So set the alarm. That's going to be another interesting race.
Yeah, we have a couple of our Triple Crown owners involved in Artorias as well. So a big shout out to them, and we'll be cheering Artorias on.
Yeah, it's his swan song before he goes off to stud. So best of luck. There would be no better way of going out than a winner there at Royal Ascot. This afternoon we had a nice trial by Seiko. He finished first in that trial, and very pleasing to see he's been working well as he prepares to get back to the races very shortly.
Yeah, he's had an uninterrupted prep so far, hasn't he? He's coming up well, so fingers crossed that suggests he's in for a nice preparation ahead.
Tomorrow at Royal Randwick we have the daughter of Hellbent, Miss Hellfire, who's been in outstanding form of late. Looking to go around again and hold that good form. Hopefully for one more week. She is quite deep into her preparation.
Yeah, she is, and that's probably the key to it. As you say, she's deep into the preparation, so whether she's got one more run in her, she won at Rose Hill 2 starts back and then backed that up with a second. There's one of her connections, 150,000 for this preparation, so she's doing a super job. Whether she's looking for the paddock or not, we'll know that at about 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, hopefully she's got that one more run in her before she does go for a well-deserved holiday.
Yeah, that's right. Reece Jones on board there again.
Drawn well, and yeah, at her best, she's right in this race as well.
Yeah, can't wait to see her go around. We are very fond of Miss Hellfire in here in the office. Then the attention for the team in red goes up north to Brisbane, Eagle Farm. It's the last Group 1 meeting of the season, and our first runner up there is in the Group 1 Tats Tiara. Revolutionary Miss, the ultra talented filly going around and trying to knock off that Group 1. She's been Group 1 placed by a Pimple, and well, a couple of times second in a Group 1. Boy, oh boy, does she deserve a Group 1 next to her name.
She certainly does, but I was crying in my cornflakes there on Wednesday morning after drawing barrier 22 of 22. Can you believe it?
I know, that's a kick in the guts.
The owners in Rev Miss, you know, they have $1 million on the line on this race. So in terms of first prize money and also the additional residual value to her, $1 million, and you draw 22 of 22. Life can be very unfair at times, can't it?
Sounds like you're still kicking the can, but look, it's not all over yet. It has been done before from those outside gates, and what we need is just a bit of luck in that first 200 metres that hopefully can find a decent position and get a bit of nice cover and behind the right horses that'll take us into the race, and a bit of magic from Joshy Parr which he's certainly capable of. So fingers crossed, and the very best of luck to all her owners.
And there's not a lot between these horses in this race either. Opal Ridge beat us probably last start by about a length and a half.
Yep.
This race we have a 2 kilo swing to our advantage. Opal Ridge is favourite. We're about 26 to 1 at the moment, which just simply reflects the barrier that we've drawn. But as you say, a bit of luck in running, you never know.
No, that's right. Then in the following race after that, in the Group 3 Healy Stakes over 1,200 metres, we have Ron or Ronald or Rangers, whatever you want to call him. The old stalwart is going around, and his last start was outstanding.
It was outstanding. I think that was up with career best type run. He was posted wide the entire race. He was entitled to raise the white flag at about the 150.
Yep.
Ron had the hide to keep on fighting, and held on for third and beat him probably half a length to a horse that had a much kinder run, and that's in a stakes race. So that was enormous. But that's Ron for you, isn't it? That sums him up. He's the most tenacious horse that we've got in the stable, and dismiss Ron at your peril tomorrow because he's drawn fairly and he'll have every chance. And if he's even half the normal Ron, he's going to give this a big shake.
He's as honest as the day is long, and if he can bring that sort of form that he raced with last start and reproduce that here under Ryan Maloney, look out. He could be right in the mix. So that would be exciting to top off this preparation for him. Then on Wednesday at Warwick Farm, we have 2-year-old Zoo Star colt Zoo Prince going around in his second career start, and his debut I thought was excellent and a great start to his racing career.
Yeah, he's a horse obviously with his fair share of ability. It's never easy to make your debut in Metropolitan class, which is what he did, and he made a good fist of it too, finishing in second position. As I said earlier, they usually improve from their first to second runs, and he appears to have done so on the training track between races. So fingers crossed we now draw well and we get a fair track there next Wednesday, and we can see him hopefully go one better.
Yeah, bring it on. Then the following day out at Hawkesbury on Thursday, we've got Full Revolution and Soroyan going toe-to-toe, which is always interesting.
Yeah, it is. Both over the short course. We've got Soroyan making his race day debut, but he's trialled up nicely, as has Full Revolution, who had a couple of very encouraging starts last preparation, and it'll be great to see them go toe-to-toe, and hopefully we can walk away with a Triple Crown Quinella.
It's been done before, so let's hope we can repeat the dose there. Guess what time it is?
Red hot tip time.
Everyone's favourite time of the week. Mixed success last week, but the word success is in the description. So I think it was the first cab off the rank that got the jockeys.
Yeah, Tuta La Vita. I did say that she had panels on that field. As it turned out, she didn't have panels on that field. Well, not the way the race was run.
But a win's a win.
A win is a win. I still maintain she's got panels on that field, but it was just run upside down. But as you say, and I think we pointed out last week, put one house on, you get 2 houses back. So
gamble responsibly.
Absolutely.
And by that I mean typically avoid Mike's tips. Eagle Farm this week is where I'm looking, where all the hot action is. Carnival time, race 2. Ekaterina with Tim Clark on board. I reckon there's a victory in store there. And then follow that up with race 6, Fallow Sophile, if I pronounced that correctly, with Karen McAvoy. I think that's an each way bet there. Talented horse, coming from a bit of a tricky gate in barrier 11, hence the each way bit, but I think should be right there with the hoof on the till. Right. What have you got for us this week?
Well, I'm going to back my conviction a little bit more than you did, and just go to one tip. Race 3, Randwick, Strawberry Rock for the Ma Eustace stable, and I think it'll collect the jockeys. Well,
unfortunately, Sam's just had to step out for a phone call, so he had a couple of tips he was yelling out to us before, which he wanted included this week, but look, probably a good thing that he has stepped out. The other thing we promised last week was a new segment being a Q&A, I guess, with owners have sent through a few questions. What we'll probably do is just answer maybe one or so each week, otherwise this will all get a bit too long-winded, so we'll keep it a bit briefer. What have we got, Mike?
Okay, I've got the first question here is, what do you look for in a yearling when you go to the sales? Is the sire equally as important as the dam? Are looks important, apart from the gait and stature, etc.?
That's three questions in one, I think. Look, what do we look for in a yearling when we go to sale? Well, first of all, we're looking for, I guess, pedigree. We do an enormous amount of work, don't we, leading into the sale. So whether it's different pedigree crosses, different genetic influences that we're looking for. So we do a lot of work there. The breeders are pretty good on that front, especially these days as they've got more and more professional. It still leaves a lot of horses to be getting through on the physical inspections, of which we do, both on-farm inspections and at sales grounds. We're looking for horses who ultimately are athletes, and going through, looking at how they move, how they put together conformation-wise, and their attitudes, and just getting to know the horse is ultimately sort of what we're looking for.
Is the sire equally as important as the dam?
Yes, I think so. The stallion, he's really got to be a proven top-class performer, and by that I mean either a Group 1 winner or at least showing Group 1 ability. And it doesn't always have to be a Group 1 winner if things didn't go their way on the right day. But as long as they've shown that Group 1 ability, then that's crucially important. Then on the dam side, I think the mare can be anything really. I've seen an endless list of top stakes class winners through to unraced and unplaced horses who can't run outside in the dark night, and they've produced elite quality runners. So I'm not as concerned with the racetrack performance there of the mare, but as long as they've got the right genetic influences, then happy days and game on.
I agree with you. Case in point was Gold Symphony, one of our group winners, and his dam can run out of sight in the dark, as you said, and and he won a group race for us. So there you go. Are looks important apart from the gait and stature?
No, not really.
No,
it's not a beauty pageant at the end of the day.
No.
I think looks are just there and might make you feel better when they have their head over the barn door. But no, ultimately, look, you're after an athlete, whether they're ugly or beautiful. You're after that athlete, but they all look beautiful as they cross the line first.
absolutely.
All right, that's this week's questions. And look, we've got some merch coming along as well, I should point out. As you can see here, we've got a new Triple Crown jacket, and we've got all sorts of things coming along. And there's the back of the jacket. But there's plenty of merch coming along, which we're going to launch in the next week or two, and we'll keep you posted on that front, where you'll find jackets, beanies, caps, t-shirts, there's a whole range of things there that you might like to get with the Triple Crown branding on there, and also you can personalise it with your horse's name as well.
Yeah, terrific. And also just one for the diary. We've got a stable visit coming up at Snowden Racing on Sunday the 20th of August, I believe. So put that in your diary, and further details to follow.
In the meantime, guys, have a wonderful weekend, and we will be back in touch next week.
Yep, have a great weekend.